Seen some of the comments and Richards are saying to Stu to type faster. You know, Stu's just damaged his hands. Hi guys. Busy month as always. I'm imagining you guys are too. How are you all going? How's the coronavirus and everything happening in your end of things? Things are going well in Australia. The numbers are low and we're really safe where we are. We've had a few volunteers on actually even who have been isolating. It's the wonderful thing about boats there, you can isolate if you're travelling from one place to another. So they arrive here in the river and they've been isolating. Morning, Paul.
Here's a lubricant for stupid. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
How are you actually going, Stu? It looks like you're okay, but
yeah.
God, the photo that you posted looked horrific. Your poor thumb.
Be kind to him. I don't know. I think if the situation were as reversed.
This is a guy who will bare feet around the bottom of the boat while grinding and welding. He's tough as. Border trawler with wings. Hi, Richard. Lots going on. So we've got a list.
Me and Rich were watching SpaceX launch this morning. So, yeah, we've been chatting for a while now. I'm a goose. I had to refresh to get the video play. Oh, right. Okay.
All right.
If your video isn't playing, refresh, if that's the case then for anyone else.
That looks like it works. SpaceX. Yeah, you'll be excited, Madison.
Did he get the pipe you made? Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, Stu got the pipe. Yep, so...
did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Stu got the pipe.
Oh, cool.
It's probably going to be a while before he can fit it.
Yeah, that's gonna, trying to...
Yeah. Just duct tape the big gloves to the thing and...
F5 for a quick refresh. Scott just said, "Hi, Scott." So lots happening. We're actually a bit behind on the episodes. You guys have probably noticed with the Patreon updates, but there's so much happening.
Yeah.
I've got 3 lots of footage. I'm still haven't put into episodes yet, so we're quite a bit behind.
I think the episodes are up to showing us putting the capping on either side of the arms, turning them into aerofoils. And in real time, we've basically got the wings on the boat. The arms are on the wings. We need to work on the deck hardware and the slider and everything like that for each side. So I'll show you that in a minute to give you an idea where we're up to. But
I was editing the other day and I could hardly hear anything. I had earphones on and everything, and the guys were cutting a big slice out of the side of the boat for the doublers. That's for the sliders and for the wings.
The boat was getting in the way of the welding, so we cut the boat out.
You were doing the best you can. What was it?
Patricia. From Alabama, so impressed with your progress.
Oh, cool.
Look forward to your videos. Great job. Thanks, Patricia.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah. So I suppose for us, we wanted to kind of catch you guys up to where we're up to in real time because there is a bit of a gap. And we've got a few sort of choices and decisions and things we have to make. So as per normal, we want to get you guys involved in that and show you some of the directions that we're looking at going in and get some feedback, what your thoughts are and that sort of thing.
I realise we don't have on the list. We're changing one of the front accommodation rooms into an editing office because we really need the space.
Yeah.
It's doing more and more editing and more photography and stuff. So falling behind the videos means you could guys take a
were you going to work on the async script for the Nats? Was that you or am I confused? Scott, yes. Digima or Madison is the one that was doing the script. So between those, we just haven't got around to it on both sides, either us or Madison. But yeah, anyone that wants to volunteer for that is cool. We literally haven't had time to even look at them. They're working, and we kind of just put them down and ran away and did other things. But yeah, that's definitely something that we want to get going, just so that we don't lose anything. It did feel everything's going fine now. So
and if it's working, that's it. Okay, let's do the next thing. And Trev's been here heaps helping, and oh my gosh, doing some heavy grinding.
Yeah,
it's really bulking up. It's incredible. You guys just work so great together.
That's not a flex fight. This is a flex fight. Should be good to go. Let me know if you need a hand at the network. Sort of a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, right, cool.
Yeah, Trevor's amazing. A machine actually, and he talks about how he used to work when he was working full time, and I just can't even imagine someone being that fit and competent and strong. It's just
he's a 70-year-old guy that paces me. He's bloody amazing.
Well, it gives you a run for your money.
It does, yeah.
It's amazing. We're so lucky, and he's just over the road. It's amazing. But so we're redesigning the boat. We've got a little bit of news. We're going to take on permanent crew
Yep.
as soon as we can. We've decided to go for it. We feel like we're close enough to launch, and we feel like things are organised enough, and we've got enough support to warrant doing it now. We wanted to make sure that we kind of crossed the sort of a line of enough support, and that we felt that
Yeah.
was ready. We were ready, so
Yeah.
we're
'Cause
going
when
to
we-
do that. So
Because part of the thing for us is when we take on permanent crew, the work speeds up on the boat, so we can literally get more stuff done. And for us, pace of build is directly related to cash flow. Like if we don't have the cash flow to buy the parts, we can't build the boat at that speed or whatever. So we've had a pretty good growth of Patrons and YouTube views as well in the last sort of month and a half, I suppose, over lockdown, which really surprised us in terms of that.
We actually, when this all happened, when the pandemic happened, we sort of were prepared that this may stop.
Yeah.
So we're flabbergasted. We're actually
Yeah.
now sped up. We thought we'd be here in about 3 months. We were
Yeah.
at. So, yeah, we're ready.
So-
So we're just going to get on with it.
The extra support basically means that we can take on, we're going to look at taking on 2 permanent crew, and one of them to basically help me build the boat, and another to help Jess kind of run the project and run the channel and everything like that behind the scenes, help Jess around the boat, and with a bit of luck they'll also be able to learn editing to help Jess do some of that as well, because like we said before, we're 3 episodes behind real time. We've got the footage sitting there on the servers and everything, but we just don't have the capacity to edit faster to get them out, so we can't get ahead with episodes, if that makes sense. Jess is still editing week to week, so the plan is to hopefully take some of that load off with some extra people as well.
Yeah, cool. Medicine's quite chatty. You're chatty this morning. It's wonderful. Yes, exactly. And so it'll be 2 people, 1 more boaty, 1 more project, sort of housework sort of stuff.
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading the comments as well.
Unless we have someone medical. As you probably have seen, I've taken a bit of a downturn in my health, so I'm sort of in the electric chair, which I'm so grateful for. Thank you all you guys 3 years ago who sprung it on me.
Yeah, literally
I didn't have a choice. They
Yeah.
gave it to me because I couldn't get out of bed, so that was
Yeah.
awesome. But we just kind of want to not get stopped by that.
Yeah.
We're Dames and Dame and Trev spent the last weekend building me a new chair for the winch that goes down the back of the boat, because I really can't get down the stairs and up the stairs now. And it's the most awesome thing in the world. It's so comfy and so safe, and I love it. And so we're starting to kind of get more gear going on the boat, so I'm more mobile,
Yeah.
and I keep going. And I'm being much more strict, and I've had the hard word by the doctor, so I've got to sort of calm myself down and not try and get on the tools. So I'm not doing that. I'm keeping my little paws off them.
Just want to say the editing has gotten a lot better. I like it. Better
Ah.
than the old videos I've been catching up on.
We want to actually ask you guys about the video, so maybe
Yeah.
now's a good time. We've had a bit of feedback that the kind of more raw sort of, as things are happening, is cool. People are liking that rather than sort of the more polished kind of something happens right through to the end point, which is kind of what we were aiming for with the longer one episode.
Previously with like the episode per week, the 1 episode per week, we had time to kind of group things together. So like the anchor build, for example, might have been all in one video complete, because we can kind of stockpile footage and then when it's finished, put it all together in one go. Whereas with the twice weekly, it is more raw, because you just don't have, you've only got like 2 days literally to put an episode together, so you don't have the time to accumulate footage and so on.
What are you saying, Brad? Rupik is not polished. No, fine. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dennis.
The music 2
Yeah,
episodes was awesome.
Madison was just saying
Yeah.
she really liked 2 episodes ago. Yeah,
Paul Bailey interior zip lines, monorail.
yeah.
Yeah.
Raw is more real. We actually really love the raw thing, and that's what we'll be going for.
Yeah.
We'll be hooning over some waves or heading into Antarctica, and
Yeah.
it'll be real time as much as we can actually manage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Okay,
and
that's
as much
cool.
as the data or bandwidth will allow us to stream.
Yeah, one thing we are worried about is too much of Rupik, a week. 2 episodes. We were planning
Yeah.
kind of there'd be a main episode, and then there'd be kind of like a shorter following up what's happened episode.
Yeah.
But they're kind of ending up about 20 minutes, 25 minutes each. But we're just worried too much is not a good thing, maybe. Maybe you guys will get bored with it or something.
If I want.
I
Oh,
would
nice.
have gotten a cable to you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
So
cool.
How does everybody feel like about the? We don't want to because I don't know. We don't want to overload people with too many episodes, basically. So we're kind of wanting to get feedback from you guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Is too much? Like if we consistently did that, or is one a week better for you guys? Like what do you guys actually want to see? As long as
I run out of content, it's great. Yeah, no chance of that. I'm running to catch up at the moment.
There's too much stuff to do to run out of content.
Yeah, and coming up to the launch, it's just there's so much to do. So we're just gonna we've increased our working hours again to try and keep up. I think you did what was it?
And I think no, two full episodes.
It's like okay, great. 2 is great. Oh, great. Okay.
This is quite good actually.
Thanks.
Okay.
Peter,
right,
okay,
lovely.
Cool. Okay.
We've found since
the
we
numbers
did
have increased.
Yeah, since we did when we were doing 1 episode a week, the channel used to get about 160 to 180,000 views a month. And since we've gone to 2 episodes a week, we're getting close to 400,000. So it's grown just phenomenally because of the extra content and things. So yeah, we've been really stoked about that, and subscriber levels and things are growing, which is really important to us because it means that we can be more self-sufficient with the channel faster, and it means we can bring people on,
Would like to see Damien use stick. You've had a lot of feedback about keeping going, trying to do the stick, eh?
I'm sure I've shown you stick, and I think we can all agree I was absolute horseshit at it.
Yeah, but you've only just started. You only do it a bit. Okay, cool. Don't worry about the polish. Thanks, Richard. Yeah, I really like the rawness of it. I'd actually do a bit more of that. And if it was me, I'd show a bit more about us and people visiting. I'd love to put a bit more about Trevor's story because he's amazing. Once you get to know what he's been through, just what his working was like in the past and how resilient he is, how much integrity he has as a person. Yeah. When he comes on board, we get inspired when he's here.
Yeah.
We leave and we're kind of we're reeling with that guy is incredible. Yeah, he's
and
amazing.
Some of the stuff that he's gone through and got over and become who he is now on the other side of it.
Yeah, some of it's personal, but
awesome, man.
Incredible, really inspiring. So yeah, so maybe doing a bit more of that too, sharing a bit more. Of course, it's trying to fit around all the work. It's trying to get, just fit enough room to get all the work on.
Yeah. Sorry, I just want to jump in here for 2 seconds. Chinto Carter, I think that's how you say it. Do you know how Stu is doing? Stu's on this live stream, so
he's just being really quiet.
Yeah.
Just very unlike Stu.
Unusually quiet.
Yeah.
As far as we know, he's basically doing a bit better. The hands are slowly getting better.
He's home, He's gone home.
Yeah.
He was in the hospital for a couple of days, or had operation on the thumb. I'm sure he's going to put some stuff on his channel about it. He sounds like he's doing okay. I bet it's really painful. The only thing with the hand breaks on the hand are really sore.
But in saying all of that, Stu's got a live feed coming up right after this one. So
did he decide on that? Did he?
Yeah. So jump on once we're done here. There'll be time to go off this one and onto Stu's live feed. So jump on Stu's channel and you'll be able to see the link and the live feed and everything like that. And I'm sure that'll be a topic of discussion. So he'll be able to give everyone a decent update. Love 2 episodes. I'm always looking forward to your progress. Cool.
Madison just asked something before stepped away on frequency. So you guys are enjoying the process. If it comes through as good videos.
So frequency is set by enjoyment. Right. So
it really is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're really enjoying it. It's more work.
Yeah.
But we're kind of a bit surprised. It just kind of keeps the flow going better for us.
Yeah. And we also utilise it as a means to keep the progress happening as well. It's if I know every week I have to achieve an outcome or achieve a goal of work to be done or something like that, it's really good because then I know I have to film that in order to create the footage and I can't really fall behind. So it helps me stay progressing on the project and things like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. Kevin's just suggested a small video on people who come on board. It all depends on their level of shyness and what they want in terms of privacy. What we've noticed is people are normally quite withheld and rightly so, kind of shy in the beginning. And by the end of being on board, they'll pick up a camera and talk to us sometimes.
Yeah.
But we don't kind of want to put people on the spot, but I think we should start to. And they can say no, and of course we'll always respect a no, but I think giving them more of an opportunity to share their story is really cool.
It sometimes takes a couple of days for people to sort of get used to the camera. It can be pretty confronting having a camera stuck in your face and things like that. So
thanks, Dennis.
She does.
Comes on board, strikes a pose.
happy to film something for you guys if you like.
Oh,
that would be
yeah,
cool.
that would be great.
We should do that.
Damien actually had an idea this morning about changing.
Oh, yeah.
So don't feel pressure, guys.
Yeah.
You'd have a choice, but you go.
So one of the things we're thinking of is we want to be more interactive with you guys.
Yeah,
and
cool.
in the world of working from home and video conferencing and all that sort of stuff, rather than doing a YouTube live stream like this is, where it's a one-way conversation and you have to type stuff in and we have to hopefully not miss it and all that sort of stuff, we thought about doing, for my work, we use a program called Zoom. And if you're not used to it, it's a bit like sort of Skype and Facebook Messenger and some of those ones where you can basically do a two-way video chat, but you can have lots of people into it. So what we wanted to do is find out if you guys would be interested in doing a video conference, monthly video conference chat. So, yeah. Cool. Okay.
So what we're thinking is some people will want to and some people won't. So
Yeah.
it'll stay the same for some people, and those who want to,
No, you don't, Danny.
those who want to, they can join us on the feed. So
Yeah. So for those that
cool.
aren't
Wait,
aware
cool.
of Zoom, you basically have the option to turn your video camera off and still use audio and chat and all that sort of stuff. So you can still see us, but we can't see you. It'll just be a photo or something like that. And you can also mute. You can do all sorts of stuff. So there's no like privacy invasion. You get to set how much of your world we get to see. But basically, it means that we can have a really decent interaction with you guys. Cool.
Scott's just pointed out that there's a 40-minute limit if there's
right.
more than three people.
Okay.
Well, we could probably squeeze.
Yeah, we could do
We
that.
could squeeze it in.
Yeah, we could do
Just have
that.
to talk faster than we are already.
Bandwidth. So
I use them for work. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I use,
Okay,
in
good.
terms of bandwidth, I use Zoom all the time for my work, and bandwidth here is quite good. We've got a really amazing internet setup now. There's been a few people involved, but Scott helped us spec the right gear and buy the right gear, and initially set it up, and then we had some warranty issues. We had to sort the modem, but that's been solved now with Dom. He helped us get that solved, and at the moment we've got a really kick-ass internet system on the boat. So bandwidth is pretty good with us now. But yeah, okay, that sounds pretty unanimous then. So
Paul's just said you need a paid account for over 40 minutes. Okay, so
Okay.
we'll look into that. That's cool. If people are keen, everyone says what I'm thinking when I'm... Oh, poor thumbs. Yeah, right.
do a video on your internet setup. Yeah, that's actually a
right.
good point. Are you going to add frames to the hull before launch or in a year? So I'm assuming you're talking about the ice strengthening. So we're not, voice to text. So we're not going to be adding any additional framing or anything into the boat prior to launch. The boat will be as it has been for 40 years. It's basically in survey condition in terms of its hull quality and strengthening and all that sort of stuff. But when we do the ice modifications, probably in about 18 months, we'll pull out and we'll put extra ribs in the boat. We'll put some stainless plating on the bow and around the sides of the boat, and also add in additional fuel tanks and so on. So we'll do all of that in about 18 months, 2 years or so, roughly.
Yeah. So,
Video tour portion of the roundtables may need to be pre-filmed to better use the 40 minutes. Yeah, that's actually a really
what
good
does that
point.
mean?
You can, so the video tour portion of the roundtables, you may need to pre-film.
Oh, right,
and
we
then
could do that.
play
Yeah,
that rather than- yeah, that's sort of doable. Yeah.
cool. Okay, we should carry on
Yeah.
with the next bit.
What's that sound? Oh, there's a dog running around in the paddock going crazy, having an awesome time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so permanent crew. So we're advertising. We've got the ads sorted out. We're about to advertise, and what we've noticed around here, because of our location in Australia, there's lots of backpackers who are stuck without employment.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if we could grab a couple of people who'd be really great for the boat and for the channel. And it'll take quite a bit to find the right people, and
Yeah.
we're looking at two. So we'll keep you updated how it's all going.
In Aussie, they have a thing you can get a working visa for a year. If you're a backpacker, you can get a year's visa straight away, and if you want to extend it for 2 years, you have to do 88 days of farm work. But a lot of the farms basically shut down, and their work stream and income stream disappeared. So a lot of them are basically like absolutely struggling to find a place to stay and all that sort of stuff. And for us, we see the opportunity of being able to get some awesome people on the boat, offer them a place to stay and food and board and all that sort of stuff, help the channel, help the boat and the project and so on, but also be able to pay them like a small salary each week to actually give us a hand and really get some
Yeah,
progress
thanks
going.
to you guys.
Yeah, and again, that's because of you guys.
Amazing.
The support and everything has
Yeah.
allowed us to be able to do that, and
Yeah.
and as a result, I think the likelihood of success gets higher and higher with everything like that. So
Be careful. Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
We've got quite a process that we go through for volunteers to come and spend time on the boat, but we'll do a little bit more, add a bit more into that, and we'll probably be seeing a lawyer just to double check all the legals around it. So, but we've done a lot of checking, so we're comfortable with what we're offering, but we just want to double check.
that main engine is out of a combine, right?
Cool. So we'll stay with 2 episodes.
Yep.
And we'll look at adding more about people and more
Yeah.
about the people who are on board, and which would be really cool.
Sorry. Also, just finally on the video chat, the Zoom thing, that will only be a Patreon thing ever.
Yes.
And the reason I say that is because with you guys, we can manage having 20 or 30 people on the call, and be able to actually have a meaningful conversation. But if we tried to do that in the public, we might have 400 people on a live chat, and there's just no chance that we could keep that up. So it will only ever be a Patreon thing. It just wanted to be really clear about that.
Actually, we need to do a YouTube live feed soon. We're probably
Yeah.
a couple of months late, aren't we?
We should, if we did it next weekend, it means that these guys are caught up first, and then we're just telling the public what these guys already know.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, just a quick thing. Chris, what was his name? Chris Whitney. He's the guy who gave us this. This is the logo that he suggested. And I love some things about it. I just wanted to get some feedback, what you guys think. You need to look at scuba term, safe storage, and what you've done for fire finding. Yes, there's lots of stuff around safety we've got to do yet.
Yeah. So
Can
yes,
you watch a recording later with Zoom, can you?
I'll
Probably not, eh?
I'll have to figure it out. I'll make some. I'll just muck around with it and figure it out and everything. I'll pick someone at work to be my guinea pig, and then they can go and tell me if it works.
So, Dan, can you just read this? Can you just read the things on it?
No. Engineering, innovation, projects, people.
He said that, I said that during one of the episodes, and I really love it. I'm not sure about these, but I was thinking something like a kiwi fern or something like that would be cool. You like the logo? Cool.
Yeah.
What about this? He's converted it
into-
to Latin, and
Yeah.
what did it mean? It's always finding a way, and
Yeah.
he's converted this to Latin, which he thinks is a great idea for what we're about. Always
Yeah.
find a way. I think that's quite cool. Fern would be great. Okay, cool. Because the kiwi fern is quite similar, but it's
Yeah.
it's kind of more relates to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very us.
Yeah,
That
I think
olive
so.
oil. Yeah.
Which is maybe something we could put in. We have that on our
Film
coin.
festy. Yeah.
It's
So
like a little award, isn't it? It's
yeah.
quite
So
cute.
actually, I'll get a coin and show them.
Motto fits. Okay, cool. Work a paw print into there somewhere. That's a great idea. Oh, little mish. Yeah, maybe splat in the middle. Ferns are a
I'll be here in a second.
bit big, I think. Right. Smaller leaves. Okay, yeah, cool. Anything else, like anything nautical? Chris did suggest instead of this putting like anchors or something more nautical. Dane's going to show you the back of
Rope
one of
and
our
anchor.
coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
these, I'll see if I can get it to show it really well. So these coins here are what we give our $50 patrons, and so it's on the back here. You've got a few things. You've got I can't even remember. It's been so long since I looked at it. You've got an iceberg down the bottom here. You've got an
Need to go a bit
albatross.
closer, can you?
You might be able to see a bird there. That's an albatross.
This is an albatross with
Yeah.
a Murray design on it. This is the olive branch for the
Veggie oil.
and there's the what's it called?
The Southern Cross is the stars underneath Southern Cross for
That's good.
Australia, given that it's an Aussie boat and being built here and everything.
Yeah.
So these coins, they used to be for sale, but they're not anymore. And the only way to
Good
get these
idea,
now.
Kevin, sorry.
Oh, sorry. What was that?
It's just suggested putting the Latin thing on the anchor, like the part of the logo on the anchor. It's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I was just trying to think how I could do it,
Yeah.
weld it on or something. So yeah, one of the thoughts is maybe. I thought we had a silver fern on this.
No.
No, we don't.
No, just a olive branch.
Ah, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know why I
Do
showed
you want to
that.
show the front? Just
Yeah.
show the front.
So yeah, that's our coin there, our
And
challenge coin.
And what does it say?
Be bold, go where others don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, okay, great. I'll work on that and I'll bring it back. That's awesome. So, updates, wings progressing. The guys have already started welding on the doublers on the side to strengthen up the side.
Yep.
Dame has a query. Yeah, it's cool, eh? Yeah, great.
Felled
Oh,
anchor
brilliant.
Felled anchor on one side, perhaps.
Big bold go others. Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
More than always find a way. I kind of like the Be Bold better myself. What about you?
What's the logo meant for?
It's going to be put on everything. So
T-shirts, hats.
t-shirt, hats, boat, anchor,
Yeah.
everything. And as we kind of progress, it'll be more on admin stuff as well.
Yeah.
Kind of to link everything together.
Yeah.
Really. Do you like Be Bold or do you like Always Find a Way?
I think always find a way is better.
Okay. Cool.
Like,
Merch.
well, I don't know.
Yes,
they'll-
merch.
Yeah. Flag.
Flag. That's a great idea. Thanks, Dennis.
Oh, we need a skull and crossbones if we're going to do a flag.
I think that's been overdone.
Is it? Fine.
Hoist the colours.
Yeah.
The colours are always hoisted.
MIG welder, stick welder, couple of wings.
Some of that writing's going to get really small. Yeah, bold. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe we need to actually do a vote.
Yeah.
At some point.
There's a few options now.
So I'll get more of the logo done. I'll sort it out, and
Yeah.
then we'll decide on the words after that. Instead of pirates, you'll have
Brew rates. Brew rates.
Show me your mock-up for a quick screenshot. Yeah.
Show me your mock-up for a quiz. Oh, right.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, grab that up.
A big one?
Yeah, go right to the camera. Hang on. Can you see that? Grab that. Right.
Yes, it might draw a fire.
If you didn't get it, flick me a message after this, and I'll send you the actual copy, like the digital copy we've got of it. Boldly freezing around as well. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, cool. All right, so
So do you want to talk about sliders?
yeah,
Dane's got two options for the sliders. I'll have a plate.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Danny.
yeah,
So the arms are sorted, the wings are sorted, and now we've just got to do the sliders.
Yeah.
We're limited by cost. Oh, by the way, we've had someone volunteer to make the hinges. You know, the piano hinges we wanted to use
Yeah.
that we couldn't afford to do. They've offered to do it, so
Yeah.
we'll actually have them on board when we haul out for the second time. We'll be able to throw them straight on. So amazing.
we'll still do the timeline that we were thinking. Like, we're going to roll with what we've got now.
Yeah.
And then when we pull out to do the ice mods in 18 months, 2 years, whatever.
I know, amazing.
We'll literally cut the wings off rather than unbolt them. We'll just slice them off, and then put these new wings straight to the boat, weld them all on, put the wings back on, and launch with the decent hinges.
But amazing, we'll have them just sitting there in the
Yeah.
engine bay ready to go, just incredible. So
Yeah.
we'll keep you updated about that and when we get them.
Yeah.
The arms, stainers, we need, these are the arms where the
Sliders.
sliders is where the arm slides up and down on the side of the boat. And normally it's made with stainless and it's quite big and
Yeah.
the roller runs up and down it to move the wing up and down the boat. We've got the option of stainless and Dane came up with, which is really expensive
It's
and
about
hard to get
Yeah,
bent.
so normally...
You go.
Yeah, normally the sliders, on the designs that Chris has come up with and everything, normally the sliders are made out of 8mm stainless. And they essentially just get a sheet of 8mm and they press it into the shape and everything and weld in a few flat bars where they need it in order to create essentially the shape they need. To do it out of 8mm, 8mm stainless, it has to be 3 meters long, and they'd end up being probably, I don't know, a good 600mm wide by the time you've sliced the sheet and everything, maybe more, 700mm, something like that. You're probably looking at about maybe $2,000, $2,500
The sliders.
to do it. The two sliders out of 8mm stainless.
Oh, I was thinking it was $900.
So-
Okay.
so
well,
we-
that changes things.
There's no way that we could do it that
No.
way. But he's making like a huge
Ah,
thing.
right, okay.
Well, like closed in back end and everything. So
Yeah,
it's-
right.
So one of the thoughts we came up with was, okay, well, we don't need stainless everywhere. What if we just made like a couple of C sections or something like that, like channel, and had them on each side so the slider could run up and down in it. And then that got it down to about $900
That's
in
what I was
total.
thinking. Okay, right.
However, we can't buy a channel that's the right size. So we have to then start butchering things and making wheels and all sorts of stuff like that. So that idea was out. So one of the thoughts we had,
Dennis is looking used. Yeah, it's really hard.
it's really hard to find what we need used.
Because it's
eh?
so expensive. Anyone with a boat's gonna sell it or.
So if you drive your commercial trawler into a Boilermakers and ask for a set of these wings, they sell them commercially in Victoria as ready to go systems where you drive in, they weld them on, and then you drive out again with a set of wings, and it's $40,000 Australian. So it kind of gives you an idea why these wings have taken so long. We've probably spent $3,000 on the wings, but we've paid for it in working hours because we have to figure out everything as we go through.
Kevin, bronze?
No, I haven't looked at bronze. It's actually really difficult to get bronze where we are. So
Yeah,
almost
expensive.
nothing on this boat is bronze. It's either stainless or mild, just because they're the only things we can really get easily up here. One idea I did have though is
yeah, it is.
building it all out of mild steel, and then putting some ultra high molecular weight or umphy plastic wear strips. So where the slider arm, where the arm would slide up and down in them, it's basically going to be sliding up and down on plastic as opposed to any steel. If you want something worthy, you're going to pay for it one way or another. Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
So I'll show you. I'll take you up into the wheelhouse and I'll show you the design I came up with for my sliders. Actually, no, I'll show you the side of the boat first because it'll make a bit more sense.
You'll do a little tiki tour.
Yeah, I'll do a bit of a tiki tour. All right, cool. Should we just jump into that?
Yep. Yes. So the next episode is Bruce and the guys putting the wings on the side, and then it's doublers, and then it's sliders. And we think there'll be a gap between the everything going on, the arms fitted and everything with the doublers and the slider. And in the meantime, between that, we're going to start working on getting the exhaust done. Bronze is more than yeah. It slides as opposed to roll.
Cheap cutting boards, yeah.
You're going to slide rather than roll. You're not putting
Yeah.
little wheels on now. You're doing
I'm thinking
the stainless is going to slide, isn't it?
Slide it into
yeah.
the system, yeah. Bronze would be softer too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I suppose
Yeah, I
so.
imagine it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Bronze would be perfect for it. Like, in terms of a material, bronze would be absolutely brilliant. But I just honestly don't know where to get it from up here. And also, like, compared to the plastic, like, if we put plastic in, I got a price for all of the plastic needed to make wear strips, and it was $35. So it's, probably get about this much bronze for that. So
Is the kitchen on hold? We're slowly chipping away at the kitchen, literally.
yeah,
But we've got to actually move everything from the front. You'll remember, Dennis, everything in the galley and the two front rooms has to be moved out. And we have to be off the boat, or we're sleeping on the back deck when we do it. So it's kind of a big job. So we're going to do it over 1 week. So we're kind of getting everything ready, and then we'll do it. And the kitchen is still down at Tim's place, which is about 200 k's. But 200, 300 k's
Something like that,
south from here. So we'll pick it up. It's all flat packed pretty much, and we'll haul that up when we're ready, once the kitchen is, because we've got to strip the walls, we've got to sandblast and replace some of the metal.
there's about a
on the
month
wall.
of work prior to before we can put the kitchen in. There's about a month of work to do on it. So yeah, it's
So we're slowly just getting that done,
Yeah.
and then we'll do the big week, do the blasting and all the painting and off gas, and then we'll put the kitchen in.
small pieces and weld it to the size you need in bronze. How frequently do the sliders be used? So you probably could get it in small strips and weld it, but I honestly think it would be more hassle than it's worth. And what was the other one?
Yeah,
how
that
frequently will they be used? The sliders spend 90% of their time down, so the only and when they are used, it's literally 2 minutes to get the wing from fully deployed to fully up. That's the only time that they're going to be used.
See ya, Stu.
No worries, see you, Stu.
Take care.
I'll catch up on your live feed soon, mate. Yeah, so the amount of use that they'll get is absolutely minuscule compared to the amount of time that they're just sitting there. So that's I suppose another thing to factor in is, do we need them to wear out in 5 years if they're plastic, for argument's sake, or 20 years if they're bronze? Is the cost worth it? It's probably worth just sticking with plastic.
We're doing 2 conversations at the moment.
Yeah.
Scott has just asked, is kitchen part of dump and run? The blasting and the prep for the walls and ready for the kitchen to go in has to happen on the hard stand, because we have to blast. We're not allowed to put anything in the water here in Australia, and we don't want to anyway. It'll be toxic. So we've got to do that on the hard stand. So that's got to be done before we dump and run.
Yep.
But the kitchen itself, the install can happen in the water, and that's what we're thinking we'll do.
Yeah.
It's what the plan's been, really. So, so you want
Show them the
to
side.
show the design for the sliders,
Yeah.
and you're thinking you'll go with the plastic, right?
Yeah, so back to kind of jump back a couple of steps. So if we went with full stainless, we don't have to have plastic. There's not going to be any rust issues, and it can slide up and down in the system and not be an issue. However, its cost, it's about $900 is around about the cheapest that we can possibly get a stainless set up. one idea that we did have was build it out of mild steel and put the plastic in, and if we did that, it comes to about $210. That's in total, so it's a massive difference in cost. It's a lot more work because we physically have to, you know, build everything just as we would with stainless, but we have to then sandblast it and paint it and so on. So it's a huge difference. But the flip side is we can actually probably make it stronger because the steel's just so much cheaper than stainless. So instead of scrimping with the stainless and probably doing it out of say 5mm or something like that with you know, mild steel, we can probably go 8mm and it's maybe.
Would you go there? Think?
Yeah, why not? It's probably only 10% difference in price. So like to me, it's not an issue, and that way you never have to guess, you know.
Okay, cool.
Plastic, sure, at that price, yeah.
Madison's thinking plastic as well. The price is like a huge difference, eh? It's just the work. It just slows us down. It adds another 2 weeks on the
more fun stuff to watch. I'd love to do it in stainless because it would be a really like amazing piece of engineering and stuff to have, because it's a real visible part of the boat as well. Like I'd love to do it in stainless, but I just can't justify it, you know. You do it once though. What's the
That's right.
difference?
Yeah, that's right, Brad.
True.
Yeah,
I know. It's such a balancing act.
Yeah, it's a hard one to decide on.
Plastic's trivial to replace later too. Yeah, and it's
true.
the plastic is literally strips 25mm wide, 5mm thick, and there's 4 of them in total. So it's you glue them onto the steel. You just use a adhesive FX15 or something and just glue it on. And you can use, I didn't see that, and you can use red stripe on the black poly. Pick pipe in the channels for sliders.
Yeah.
Plastic is better, just high wear when wings down. Goes. So when the wings are down, when the wings are fully down, the plastic actually doesn't take any load whatsoever. So I'll show you, it'll make sense in a second when I show you, but when the arm is fully down, it's bolted to the deck. So there's zero movement on the sliders. It will not wear at all. It's literally the only time the sliders are doing anything is when everything's unbolted and we're lifting the wings up and down and the slider is running up and down on the track. So
I do like the idea of stronger.
Yeah.
I do like that idea. It is added weight and added work.
But I mean, there's no difference in work if I go say 10mm or if I go 3mm. Like, it's the same work.
The thing is, if we do stainless, it's just postponing. It's just getting the budget sorted, so it's just saving up for it.
Yeah.
So it just slows things down, but it's still doable, if you get my meaning. So time, money, effort, exhaustion, all those factors.
And I like welding mild steel and I hate welding stainless. That's also something to factor in.
Yeah. So why don't we? Okay. So
let's go show them so they understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right. Go. Sorry.
We probably shouldn't talk too much because we've been on for a bit, haven't we?
Yeah, we do ramble on. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let me just spin the camera around. Okay, so I may struggle to see some of your questions when I'm doing this because I only see them on a tiny little iPhone screen. So this is the side deck. This is where we're up to. So we've got a wing bolted to the boat. This is a doubler that we welded into the deck. So that's roughly 600mm or 2 feet from front to back. And it's, I don't know, probably 1.5 feet from, you know, across this direction here. It's 12mm thick.
Madison's just...
Yeah, welcome Matt. Yeah. This is our live feeds, Jess wandering around with a laptop. So, yeah, so that doubler is 12mm thick, and the deck is 6, so that means we've got an 18mm thick slab of steel there, basically, to weld on. Now, this is our original arm bolting mechanism. So the arm's just randomly sitting up on the deck so we can weld that doubler in, but it'll go down into this area here and it'll have 2 30mm bolts, M30 bolts, that basically lock that to the deck. And then the wing, at the moment it's sort of sitting up quite a way, needs to go down 2 feet or so on that slider there. But what the plan is basically there'll be a bolting mechanism down in this area here, and then a channel on this side and a channel on the far side, and the arm will slide up and down in there. So there'll be a pin mounted across here, like a say 1.25 inch stainless pin, and on each end the slider basically loops around so that it essentially forms a guide, I suppose is the easiest way to think of it. So yeah, and then big hole cut in the side of the boat. We're going to fill all of that in once we've decided how we're going to do it. And then if I come back a little further. So looking at the side of the boat, you've got basically the area where the arm bolts onto the deck. The slider will go vertical and it'll come up to the top of the roof here and it'll extend above the roof about 1 metre. So it's a 3 metre run going from the deck straight vertical.
And do you want to show the cat door?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Dame falls off. I'm stuck. I had to create a porthole for the cat the other day. How easy is it to get bolts when boat is rolling? How easy to get bolts in when boat's rolling? It'll be a piece of cake. And that's simply because of the slider. So the slider guides it. It can only go where the bolts need to lock up.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, it's amazingly big.
Awesome. Yeah. And I'll show you Jess's chair. So this is the seat that we built the other day. So we've got our winch that we use all the time on the back of Brew Peg. And then, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, eh? So she can jump in and out of that, and it like is pretty much weight neutral. Holds her weight, doesn't swing, doesn't do anything weird. So it's a real easy way for her to get up and down. Right. So I'll go and have a wander down the bottom. Okay, so these are the bolting mechanisms that we're using. So we started off the way that you saw the arm with the two bolts side by side. We were going to weld this stainless plate basically to the deck. It'll be on an angle. Was going to be on an angle like that, and then the arm slides down, sits over top of those studs, and then we crank these big nuts down onto it. We've decided to change that, so we've split them in half, and instead of it being like this setup where you've got the arm sort of on top of it, we're going to split them in half and have one either side with the arm in the middle. And the reason we're doing that is it takes up much less room inwards on the deck, so you lose a lot less foot room as you're walking up and down the side of the boat. In terms of replaceability and things, this stuff here is just it's just a piece of threaded rod, M30 threaded rod. I think we've got 10 of those. We only need 4 to use the wings, so we got a whole stack of spares. We cut these to 100mm long, and then if I show you in the workshop, that's what's left over. So we've got a stack of that as spares. So we'll just use the saw over, cut them all up, and have, I don't know, half a dozen spares just sitting randomly in the engine room. And then this is the plate steel that we've been using to make our stream dropping. Let me come around the side of the boat. Back. I think it depends on where I am, if there's a direct line to the modem or whatnot. Let me just spin that camera. So this is where we're up to with the wings. So the welding's all done. You can kind of see there Bruce has done 3 runs right the way around that doubler. That's the same on both sides. We've trimmed off the big sticky outy bit at the end of each wing, so the wings are much more sort of where they should be and that sort of thing. Yeah, thanks Brad. And then, yeah, so it's a wee bit hard with the light, but you can kind of see we've just lifted it up quite high at the moment, so we've got a straight vertical platform next to the hull so we can stand on it while we're working. But normally this part here comes down on an angle and this part here is horizontal, so the wing sort of sits down about here somewhere and then tips up on an angle there like that. And that's why, when I was saying before the wings sticking up a bit, is because their arm's a bit higher than what it should be. So that'll come down, and the slider mechanism and everything, if you sort of look at it, come back there directly in line with that arm, the sliders are basically going to go vertical from the deck. So you can sort of see that's the deck there, and they're going to go vertical above the roof a metre or so. Right, so waterline, so can you see the paint colour change there? That's just a tie coat, that light grey colour. So the waterline's probably, I don't know, 6 inches to a foot below that. So the hull end of the wing is probably maybe 2 feet, 2 and a bit feet below the waterline. And then this far end here will probably be a good, I don't know, 5 feet under the water, something like that, roughly. All right, anchor. I know we've briefly showed you guys this, but this came out really good. We're really chuffed with how clean the galvanizing and everything was. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera though, but it's really beautiful, sort of shiny quality galvanizing. So yeah, we're pretty stoked about that. I watched a video actually yesterday about a guy that did a whole bunch of anchor testing. It was a yacht channel and he did a whole bunch of anchor testing, and I'm really keen to actually test this. So one of the things he did was tie it to the back of his boat so he can get quite a lot of thrust. Wings will make that. Yeah, that's actually really good. Sorry, I'll just go back to these wings. That's a really good point about using it as a swim platform and things. The commercial trawlers actually use this as a way of getting people back in the boat if they fall over. So they put a ladder up the side of the boat here, and you literally stand on the wing and then climb up the ladder. It's a super easy way of getting into the boat. You can't fly with wing though. That cat is actually a crew member number one. Yeah, so my plan with this anchor is to, once we've got it in the water, we're going to actually go and do some testing and everything. We'll hook it onto the back of the boat because Brupig's got quite a bit of bollard pull, so we should be able to easily overpower the anchor, but we'll be able to see how many tons it takes to make that thing jump out of the water. And I'm quite keen to have a diver down videoing it when it happens so we can actually see what goes on. Makes so much sense, number one, meow. I did. Yeah, so we will be putting a dive platform on the back, but that's down the list at this stage. We need to get in the water first, so, but yeah, I'm trying. Someone keeps yelling at the back of the boat. What about a video just about making of the anchor? Maybe you get a bunch of first-time viewers. We're actually hoping. Yeah, SV Pinopi, that guy makes YouTube video testing. Yes, Dan, that's exactly who it was. It was a really awesome video. And an anchor on a video just on the anchor is definitely something that we're hoping. We're going to do like a little 5-minute one. A pair of dives, I hope. I'll dive here. I'm not a diver, so I haven't got a clue how to do it. So yeah, tell me what to do and we'll just do it. Right, finally, this chain. We have to figure out if we're going to galvanize it or not. I think the answer is going to be yes. It's about, I think it was about $350 to galvanize it. If we were to replace this and buy new, it would be $2,700. So it's not cheap chain. Now the issue with galvanizing it is, let's see if I can show you, find some bad ones. Don't know if it'll show up on the live feed, but can you see this sort of flaking rust right in this corner here? With all of the chain out, Brupig won't pull it. So with all of this flaking rust here, we have to make sure we get all of that off. So we have to try and, either dig that off somehow, or they reckon they can maybe get it off with their acid bath. Either way, we have to give it a go. That's the downside, is it'll end up getting galvanized and some bits will fall off. That said, it's a fraction of the price of buying new, so I think we'll probably just press on anyway and see how we go with that. Right. What else have we got? Probably should go. Sandblast.
Keep you updated, guys, with everything.
Yeah.
As we decide things, and thanks for all your input. Sandblast, yeah, so.
Yes. Dennis, sandblasting chain. I'd love to. I don't know how. It's really, really difficult because it just moves around all the time. So it's really difficult to actually get a good spray on the chain. So I have seen guys tie it to 4-wheel drives and drive back and forth up and down beaches for like 10 kilometers, and it comes out great. Don't know if that's probably environmentally approved at this stage. Yeah. One thing I will want to show you though, Jess's off-road chair. So one of the things we're thinking of doing is building a better version of this, something that's cleaner and not so manky and all that sort of carry on. But we want to actually try and market and sell these things so that we can use it as a way of funding Brupig. It's always going to be a thing, Jess needing to have chairs, and there's a lot of people, every time we show these on the videos, we get a lot of people talking about like, where can I buy one, where can I buy one? And we built it because we couldn't buy one. We just can't find one that was as capable of this. So yeah, that's what we're thinking of doing in terms of another way of funding the project. So.
Yeah, and it's so cool. Once you've been on it, it's amazing. All right. So have a good month, guys.
Right.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks for joining us, and we'll keep you updated with decisions like Zoom and stuff like that. Yeah, for next time. Figure out a place to dive so they make one for kids. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Cheers, all. Yeah,
we'll
thanks,
shoot
Madison.
off. Give you a chance to head off. I'll put the link up for Stu's live feed as well. If everybody, if you're keen in checking that out, I'll throw it up on Patreon so that everyone's got the link to it.
He must be up now, surely.
9 o'clock. He's
10 minutes.
10 minutes time. So, all good,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks, self-sufficient. See you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
See ya.